Just going through this new feature, which is the stock issue. So the idea is that you'll create a job, add a estimate in for that job. That estimate will then become into budget, normally by creating a quotation. Once it's become into budget, and then those items are available to be issued to the job. So there's two ways to go about doing that. One is an internal issue where you're issuing stock from your warehouse to the job and issuing those costs to the job. So that's where it's just moving within the same warehouse itself. And the other one would be is if you've actually got jobs on site, so you're delivering material to be used on the job on site. So one's a delivery docket and one's an internal transfer. We call them factory for those internal ones and on site for the delivery dockets. So I've created a job here. I've just got a gate for a school. If we go under the estimate itself here, I've just called it version 1. Head to here. It's in draft mode at the moment. I've just added it in. I could go and create a quotation and confirm the quotation, move it to a sales order, and that would move it to budget. But I'm just going to hit the button up here to change the status to budget directly. Just a quicker way for this demonstration, but probably not the way you'd normally do it. You'd get the customer to get a quote, confirm that quote, create it as a sales order, and that would be another way to move this estimate into budget. So if I come back to the job, I can see now, yes, it's budgeted. And so you'll notice up here the new button, which is the stock issue. So if we click on that now, what you'll see is the two items down here. We've got 6 and 12 as we had before. We've got nothing issued so far, so therefore the remaining is 6 and 12 as we had. So it's suggesting to issue now the 6 and the 12. So in this case, we're doing an internal transfer, so it's called a factory issue here, or stock issue for factory. But if we click on the delivery, it will change it to a stock issue for on-site. So if we're moving them on-site, so the only real difference is just as far as the delivery docket and the picking slip and things like that. So in this case, we'll just do an internal one. Now, if you didn't want to, for some reason, issue all the stock straight away, you could come into here and just change the to issue quantity. I'll just change it to 2 just for example. And you can say, well, sure, we've got 6 to issue for this job to be fulfilled, but we're only going to issue 2 now and we'll issue the other 4 later. Okay, so you can add a line on the fly here. That won't obviously be linking up to, in our case, any of the estimate lines because we don't have any other lines on our estimate, just these 2 in terms of materials. We've got the option here for create and view and just create. I typically use the create and view to have a look at it and then confirm it and things like that from there, but let's use that option. Okay, so it's created a internal transfer, and this one is the factory one, as we talked about before. It's got these defaults already coming through. You can see the job that it relates to here, and the date and things like that. So at this stage, it's just as draft, so it actually hasn't been sent yet. So if you're okay with that, the 2 and the 12, that's, as you said, it's come through with those. We can then just validate that. And you'll see that that's moved from draft now to done. So down here you can see that we required 2 and 12 and we've sent 2 and 12. So if I just come back to the job now and have a look at the stock issues down here, you can see that there's 2 committed, 2 delivered, and 12 and 12 here. So that's now showing me what has been sent. So if I just went back now to another stock issue, say later down the track, you'll see here that we've got the budget still exactly the same as it was, the 6 and the 12. You can see we've issued 2 and we've issued 12. So therefore there's 4 still remaining to be issued. And again, you could click on that line and change it to be whatever you wanted to issue a different quantity. But I'm just going to cancel that for now and leave it like that. And not worry about it, but might as well actually. Let's just create it again. I'm just going to remove this line. I don't need that, and I'm going to just go for it and do all of it. Okay, so there's the line come through with the 4. Again, I'm just going to validate that, which is going to move it from draft to done. Okay, so that's now done. So if I come back to the job itself, I'm just clicking up to the top here where the little breadcrumbs are. Go back to the job, and you can see that now there's an extra line on there for the 4 come through. So it just picks up the cost, the unit cost at the moment, multiplies that out to give you a total cost. If you look at the financials on here, you can see that the actuals have come through for the materials here as well. All right, that's about it. There's probably not much more to it. You can go and create the stock issues manually as well. So if you get into the if you come into this here, you've got the internal transfers and delivery dockets here as well. You can also get to them from the inventory under these operations. So you've got factory on site here. So if you pop into there, you'll be able to see those ones that are job stock issue factory, so JSIF, that's the factory ones, and the ones that are on site with an O at the end instead. So this is the factory one, so that's not in there. So if I go here to delivery, sorry, on site, you can see the it's actually down a bit further, but there they are. There, the on-site ones. See, those that have been generated via that the auto stock issue. But you can create a new one on the fly here as well. Okay, that's probably about it for today. Yeah, so that's in the job costing. So just reviewing, if I come back into here, you can see we've got that stock issue button, and it relates to the budgeted material lines to be able to issue them to the job rather than having to manually select them one by one to issue them and remember what product it is and that sort of thing. Okay, thanks, bye.
We are an Odoo partner and have been installing ERP packages since 1983. Mainly our Australian-made package InterAcct software, which has a ton of great features, quite similar to Odoo. We've been helping clients personalize and install Odoo since 2020. We pride ourselves on our customer relationships and getting to know exactly what benefits their businesses. You can contact us via our website or toll-free number 1300 66 2626. We hope to hear from you soon.